For years, teachers and students alike have been striving to find the answer to the timeless question, how are languages best learned? Join us as we take a step-by-step look at one freshman's experience learning the Bethel language. Meet Nikki. Nikki is starting her first year at Bethel University. She heard through the grapevine that immersion was a favored way of learning, so she had moved into the best freshman dorm on campus, Edgren, to immerse herself in the language while also surrounding herself with people in the same boat as herself.
Oh, it's so frustrating.
I have a key. Hey guys, I'm Allie. I'll be your core group leader. I can't wait to teach you the Bethel language.
Oh, I'm just so excited to be here. Rachel, you want to go to the Bethel Games with me?
No, I have to go call my mom.
Welcome week was an especially exciting time for Nikki, considering she is such an avid learner. She was very interested in the varying motivations and learning styles each freshman had.
But this is our critical period to learn. This is an ideal time window to acquire language in a linguistically rich environment. After this weekend, further learning will require more effort.
But Nikki, that's just a hypothesis.
Maybe you're right. After all, there's no right time to learn a language.
Welcome week had its good moments.
How do you get into the DC?
You just swipe your card.
Just like a lunch number in high school?
Exactly. Way to transfer that information.
And its less than great moments.
This is the CLC and this is Benson Great Hall. You'll have chapel here Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I know all this information can be really overwhelming, but do you know when Vespers is, Nikki?
Nikki's affective filter was very high due to the new environment.
Sunday?
Anxiety and her self-consciousness were interfering with her language acquisition, but it's important to stay positive when learning a new language, so Nikki pressed on. As days came and went, Nikki found that she was noticing more. Though she wasn't yet fluent, the Bethel language was Nikki's interlanguage, with some features of her L1 and some features of her L2, as she continued to adjust to life at Bethel.
Have you seen how they decorated the CDC?
The Child Development Center?
No, I meant CLC. I think that must have been some fossilized information.
By this point, Nikki realized that language acquisition is in fact a journey.
So it goes AC, BC, CC, DC, and EC?
Actually, it's the RC.
Oh, whoops. I must have overgeneralized.
Nikki was constantly aware of her environment.
Preview. Preview.
She started understanding more.
Spring by spring? Don't worry about it.
And more.
Heritage pool? Nikki, that's not a thing.
And more.
Want to be in the AC?
I think you mean the DC.
Once welcome week had finished and the first day of school approached, it was time for Nikki to develop her skills with authentic practice.
Do you like being a PSCO student?
I wish I could fully immerse myself here at Bethel. It's harder to learn the language. Most of the students here are already bilingual.
There were times that Nikki felt like she wasn't improving anymore, like she would never get the hang of the whole college thing, balancing school, family, and relationships. But it was times like these when Nikki only pushed harder. This continued until she became very well versed in the Bethel language. When it all comes down to it is important to immerse yourself in a rich environment, surround yourself with fun, easygoing people who lower your affective filter. Know your learning style. It can make a difference. Pay attention to your environment and notice the behaviors and language of those around you.
Good.
Oh my gosh, you ate her! Interact with that environment. Ask questions. Practice. And finally, be okay with making mistakes. How else will you learn?
Maybe you're right. After all, there's no right time to learn a language.